Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Inside the Big Dynasty Leagues. With me, as always, is the commish, Clyde Randall Waters, and the stat man, Petey Cunningham. We are here with our new camera up and running. Our new sound seems to be running. We've, I think, finally maybe gotten over the hump of the technical difficulties this year to bring you the high-quality entertainment that you're after. The deep fantasy football analysis that you pay for, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to throw it over right now. We're going to go over to the commish just to take a look around the leagues of any important matchups that we think we need to talk about.
All right. Well, the first matchup, we're going to dive right into it today, and that is in the BDL. We had the San Francisco 69ers, and Mike?
That's a sex joke.
That's right.
That's getting old.
Going up against the Skyline Chili Slingers.
Okay.
Yeah, the Skyline Chili Slingers, who gave up their entire team this year, started fresh, won in the draft with no keepers, trying to bounce back here. And did we have a game here? At this point in time, it's a close shave.
Brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. Get shaving for $1. I don't know if it's any good because I haven't shaved in 10 years.
Is it really $1? I've never used it. I don't shave.
They say Dollar Shave Club, so I'm assuming it's
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, so it came down to the wire here, but the 69ers are ahead right now with a score of 163.06 to the Chili Slingers 162.62.
And we say right now because why, Statman?
Because scoring changes happen tomorrow. So if maybe there was a sack, a run that should have been counted as a sack,
some extra yards somewhere,
maybe a run that should have been a catch, anything like that goes into effect
That's
tomorrow.
Right. Official stat corrections hit the league site at 10 a.m. on Thursdays.
And we film this
10 a.m.
at roughly 7:30, 8 o'clock on Wednesdays.
I don't know if that's 10 a.m. Eastern, Central, Mountain, or Pacific.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Never looked into it that deeply.
But we did have this, as we've noted in a previous episode, affect the outcome of a match before. So when we got the close shaves, we're going to call them alleged close shaves until they are proven to be close shaves. Because in this country, you are innocent until proven guilty, and you're close shaved until proven close shaved.
But looking back at this matchup here,
You can't just go making accusations, throwing them out there without any proof, and all of a sudden the person you're accusing of not being a close shave is not a close shave. So we're going to wait till everything comes out and figure it out then.
anyways, the Statman called it last week. He said this was his sleeper pick. He said the Slingers probably could pull off an upset, and they're pretty darn close to doing it.
Cross my fingers for tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see what happens
Cross my
here.
fingers.
We'll see what happens here. Sorry, Ben. None of us want you to win. Especially me because, I'm top of the division right now.
And why are you top of the division? Well,
'Cause
don't you
I
guys have the
beat-
same record?
I beat Ben!
That's right.
Anyways,
That's right. Couple little tidbits about this.
Ooh,
This was the closest matchup we have had since 2014. It's been 4 years since we had a matchup this close.
Wow.
The craziest thing is, this is only the 6th closest matchup in BDL history.
Whoa!
Unbelievable.
Wow.
It's like our league started close together, and then we just
Yeah.
we've had some division since then.
Yeah, there's a lot of division out there these days.
There is.
Where people used to be close. They'd still disagree, but they'd be close. Now there's just division everywhere I look.
It's like this league is equally split 6-6.
Yeah.
Anyways, some things of note here. Both teams had running backs in the 30-point club. The Niners had Melvin Gordon at 30.9 points. The Slingers had, of all people, James White with 31.2 points.
Patriots running back.
Yeah. This was just a slugfest here. I also want to note that the Niners have a negative score on their defense, -3.
Almost cost them.
I almost cost them. But we'll see. Great matchup. Exciting week 4. These matchups already have potential bearings on how the rest of the season can go this early in the season. It's great.
And this is one of those matchups that might need to have a BDL documentary film about it.
I think we should. Anyways.
What about
Moving
the
on.
ADL?
Going into the ADL, there were some other notable matchups there. We had the Schmitty-Warben-Jagerman-Jensens, the only undefeated team remaining amongst all big dynasty leagues, going against the Mud Dogs. The Mud Dogs, strong team, but just a little iffy. Can't seem to remain consistent. A lot of leftovers from last year, a lot of rookies. We'll see what happens here. But anyways, the Schmitty-Warber-Jagerman-Jensens, who are number 1, ended up taking down the Mud Dogs with a score of 160 to a score of 158. Just barely another close shave.
1.5.
Yep.
Oh man, an alleged close shave.
Yeah, I don't know if a
stat corrections.
I don't think a stat correction is going to overturn this one.
But it could
you
expand
never
it.
know.
It could expand it past the 2-point margin for it to be
Oh, true.
legally
True.
That's
a
true.
close shave.
That is true. Roster management of the Mud Dogs here. The questionable choice. They started Kenyon Drake over Philip Lindsay and TJ Yeldon. Really cost them in this one. Got 2.6 out of Kenyon Drake. Philip Lindsay scored almost 16 and Yeldon scored 23. A little questionable decision there. Schmitty-Warben-Jagerman-Jensens, though, had -3 from their defense. And the Texas defense on their bench got 9 points. And then Russell Wilson. Everybody out there is wondering, when is Russell Wilson going to turn into that top 5 fantasy quarterback?
I know I'm wondering that.
I'm wondering it. I traded for Russell Wilson in the offseason. Went all in on Seattle, and they've never been worse than they are right now. He's the number 23 quarterback in the BDL/ADL. Didn't matter though. Schmitty-Warben-Jagerman-Jensens got the win.
That's right. I want to jump ahead here to another notable matchup in the American Dynasty League right now. We had last year's, the reigning champ, the Harry Berries, owned by Miss Allison Berry, going up against the newbie to the league, Quepedos. Owned and operated by one Derek Johnson. This game, another one, comes right down to the wire. Allison with the Harry Berries, they pull off the win with a score of 110.44 over Quepedos with 109.48.
And there are some doozies of player scores in this one.
Oh yeah.
Harry Berries literally won this game because their defense was only -2.
Right.
Quepedos was -3. He started that Falcons defense against the Bengals offense.
And he started Dalton.
You knew
Every time Dalton got points, it hurt him.
Yeah.
You knew that Falcons defense is trash.
Also,
they're trash.
He apparently started Randall Cobb, who didn't play.
He didn't even play, right?
Yeah. So, Quepedos, this should have been your victory.
Yep.
You should have beat this team, last year's league champ, but you didn't manage your roster. And I almost guarantee you're probably not even going to watch this.
So you're not going to see it. And I get it. Your logo is a toilet bowl. But that doesn't mean you want to go to the toilet
And
bowl.
K Patos means what farts.
I get it. But look, I don't know if there's a misunderstanding, but you don't want to be in the toilet bowl. You want to be in the championship. That's where you make the money.
All right.
That's true.
Statman, what are some other notable matchups from the Big Dynasty League?
Other notable matchups in the Big Dynasty League. One match that I thought would be a lot closer, and it was not. Mr. Clutch's fake football team versus the Scarlet Pimps. This Scarlet Pimps team, all play record is 2-42 so far this year. She's been a champion in this league. She missed the playoffs last year, came back with a lot of the same team, did not see this coming. This team is just, this is like that gif of the dumpster on fire. That should be the team logo for this team. I just don't know what's going on. She's got DeAndre Hopkins, who scored almost 33. Julio Jones scored 26. And those two combined outscored the other 8 starters that she had. And didn't just outscore them. I mean, like, doubled them up. I don't know what's going on with this team. She had 22 from Stafford on the bench, started Fitzpatrick, who got benched. Fitzpatrick is just a cut. You just get rid of him. So, this Scarlet Pimps team, I don't know what's going on. Feels like 0-6. Feels like it's just time to think about next year.
It does. I do believe that he is not. He's no longer being named the starter, Mr. Fitzpatrick.
No, he's done.
That is what I hear as well. They're moving on to Jameis Winston.
Yep.
We'll see what happens.
Cut him now. When he gets signed by another team, you want to pick him back up and start him. That's a no-doubter right there.
So I don't want to continue to talk about other matchups in the BDL, but I do want to mention that it is remarkable that an individual can start Jared Goff and Cooper Kupp this week and get a combined almost 100 points and still lose by 40 points. But, ladies and gentlemen, I pulled that off.
Yeah.
I don't want to brag.
This guy.
But I made 2 good decisions, and every other player I should have started a player on my bench because I had a potential points of 224.
24.
I would have stopped him by 40 instead of lost by 40.
Yeah.
You scored 146 and had an efficiency rating of 65%. That is unheard of.
Oh, that sucks.
I know.
Your bench outscored your starting lineup.
I know.
Ooh, I mean, that's not hard when you... So you pulled up Corey Clement from your taxi squad.
I did. He was questionable.
And apparently questionable enough not to play.
Correct. He was questionable, and I believe, and I apologize because I can't reverse time, but I think it was T.J. Yeldon was also questionable. We were going to the game in Atlanta for the Bengals game. On the train, I was like reading and bouncing around. I chose Corey Clement because I figured he was the least. I thought he was the least questionable of the questionables. Turns out I was wrong.
I was wrong
But
in a big way.
I don't even care because the Bengals beat Atlanta while I was there.
That's right.
To cheer them on, and it was beautiful.
Victory in the final seconds, nothing sweeter.
Ted Ginn Jr. continues his streak of being boom or bust, only getting you 0.1 points.
Yeah. But very much a bust week.
He rushed for 1 yard.
Yeah.
He rushed for a yard, but he's a wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His job is to catch the ball. He did.
It's a PPR league. Unless he got a fumble somewhere. Let's
No,
actually look.
he did not. He rushed for 1 yard.
All right. And then Jordan Howard, who should be your RB1, only 2.5 points this week. With everything going on there in Chicago this week and that amazing offensive showcase that Chicago put on with Mitchell Trubisky coming out of his shell, Jordan Howard only gets 2.5 points. How's that happen?
I don't know, but I'll be honest with you. I'm excited because the points were there where they haven't been in the past. I feel like the team's coming together. I just got to get a little bit better at managing it, and I think it's maybe not a good showcase, but a bit of a showcase of what you can do by keeping with the plan of getting draft picks and picking people up.
Absolutely.
You can get from being the worst team to still losing, but having potential.
But you're not the worst team.
That's right. That is to Sarah and Sarah alone.
Poor Sarah.
Yeah, poor Sarah.
I want to talk about the standings here in the ADL. I commented, I believe, last week or the week before about this being kind of a 4-team league. To me, it's down to 3.
Oh.
There is the big 3. We got the Smitty, Warp, and Jagerman Jensen's at 6-0 with an all-play of 35-9. But actually, 2 teams in the other division have better all-play records. You got Fast and the Furious, who's 4-2, but it's 37-7, and then the Subliminal Criminals. They're only 3-3, but their all-play is 36-8. Really, really good teams right here. I feel like one of these 3 has to be the champion. I'm excited for Fast and Furious and the Subliminal Criminals and their battle for the brother division. See who comes out on top. And Smitty, Warb, and Jagerman Jensen's. I'm excited for their matchup this week.
Okay. What's that matchup?
Against the Fast. Not to just jump ahead, but I'm so excited. We got Smitty, Warb, and Jagerman Jensen's against the Fast and the Furious this week.
Baby.
Division leaders matching up. I'm excited. This is what games like this is why you play in the ADL, why you play in the BDL. You want to go against the best and you want to beat the best. I'm excited for this matchup.
Yeah, and you got the 2 top scoring teams going against each other. You got Fast and Furious.
1 and 3.
Yeah, well, we're on to 3. Yeah, sorry. Subliminal Criminal sneaks in there, number 2. But 650 points scored already this season against Schmitty, which has 627 points scored this season. This is going to be an offensive, just back and forth slugfest. That's right.
Which, because we said that, means it'll probably be a pillow fight. But we'll see.
Either way, the question is, can the Fast and Furious hand Schmitty, Warby, Jagerman Jensen's their first loss this season?
I think they can. I believe in them. I believe in you, Terry.
I think they can. Melvin Gordon, Alvin Kamara, they just scored 180 in the last week. And they had Christian McCaffrey on the bench.
On the bench?
Didn't even need him to put up, I believe, the highest score.
Wow.
Highest score in the ADL last week. 222 potential points. Christian McCaffrey, 0 on the bench. Unbelievable. And had a 0 player. McCaffrey on the bench and a 0 player, still the highest scoring team. Good luck to everyone in the ADL against this team.
Whew.
Kind of weird, also. Fast and the Furious. Most points scored. Best team by points. In the other league, his wife is the worst team. What?
Not only the
How do you think things are going in that household right now?
I don't even want to think about it.
No.
Oh, man.
I don't even know if either of them watch the show.
But that is going to be... Really? They don't watch this
I
awesomeness?
I mean, the owner of the Pimps, she for darn sure is not watching the show this year.
And my helper.
I know. We're sitting here trying to shame her into being better.
All right. Are there any other notable matchups coming up for the ADL this week? I'll take that as a no. Actually, well, we got Black Stags versus Cape Pato's. I think that's 2, 3, and 3 teams. No, but Cape Pato's is 2 and 4. Never mind. Yeah, no. That's really the big one this week. The Schmitty versus...
That is
Fast
no
and
doubt.
Furious.
That's the highlight.
I think Mama's Boys and Mud Dogs will be a good one.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
But
We'll
I don't
see
know
what
if it's
happens there.
super crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be right back after this brief commercial break. Let me ask you a question. When you're at work, do you get hungry? Do you feel a need for a snack? Do you wish you had a peppermint patty? Well, if any of that's true for you, then I ask you to, if you get hungry, eat something. And get that something at Mike's Bodega. We have cookies, we have Pop-Tarts, we have peppermint patties. We even have handcrafted wood pins in case you go into that meeting with a client, want to impress them, made by Overdale Woodworks. And don't forget, if your back gets itchy, we have high-end back scratchers, both for rent, $1, or for own, $2. And remember, Mike's Bodega is located conveniently in the pit next to Clyde's Cube and across from Billy's Cube. That's Mike's Bodega. We like our customers, and our customers like us.
I got my back scratcher at Mike's Bodega, and it changed my life.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mike's Bodega, for continuing to sponsor this show. Because of your sponsorship, we were able to get some of this awesome new equipment. We really appreciate it. Now, let's take a look at the notable matchups coming up this week in the Big Dynasty League.
Well, we have a big one this week. In Week 5, we have the San Francisco 69ers, who are 5-1, going up against the Convicted Llamas, who are also 5-1. Both teams are tied in a three-way tie for first place in their division. One of these teams is going to have to lose,
and one of them will have to win.
Well, they could tie, right?
I don't think so. I think we have enough tiebreakers that it's not possible.
Do we have tiebreakers? Okay.
Yeah,
all
and
right.
if it comes down to it, we will make them wrestle in a baby pool full of spaghetti to determine the winner. There will be no ties in the BDL.
Sure.
This ain't
Or
soccer.
the ADL.
So some notes about this matchup. The Niners are
Velvet
5-2 all time against the Convicted Llamas.
This is true.
And currently
that's the
they are
one coming
favored score of 149 to score of 114. However, I believe the Llamas have some holes to plug into their roster for this week to shore that up. But right now, the edge is going to the Niners. We'll see what happens, though. This could be a crazy, crazy game. The Llamas are also one of the top scoring teams, just like the Niners. So this is a big matchup. This could really shake up the division.
Absolutely. The 69ers team is just a juggernaut. Melvin Gordon, Todd Gurley, traded for Stephon Diggs from the Convicted Llamas.
Ooh.
A lot of intrigue there on what happens. Amari Cooper, who is really good. I don't know what he did last week, but just I don't know what the problem is out there with Amari Cooper.
Hey, Oakland.
I'll tell you what.
It's Oakland, it's Gruden, I don't know.
So I had a chance to interview both Ben Wagner, the coach of the San Francisco 69ers, and Alan Hennel, the coach of the Convicted Llamas. And Ben had this to say. These two teams don't like each other. So, I mean, take that.
That is true.
And then speaking with Mr. Hennel, he said, when these two teams get together, you can throw out their records as if the records don't even matter. So there's that as well. That is what they said. Those are quotes.
That was good. That was good reporting.
Thank you.
This week, bringing some good value to the show, getting those quotes. Yeah, there's definitely no love lost between these two. I got a feeling the Slack chat is going to be lit up this weekend.
Lit up. I'm excited about it. Why? Because I get to play the Winterfell Direwolves this week. Still top of the division against the worst.
Get to play the Winterfell Direwolves.
Sorry. I get to play the Cincinnati Bourbon Barons this week, which is also...
Ooh. Stay back. Stay back.
What? You think I'm just going to roll over, bud? 224 points. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to retool this lineup, buddy, and I'm coming for you.
Oh, no. I should have kept my mouth shut. I'm so
coming
screwed.
for you. I'm going to crack your skull in.
You are kind of saved this week. Jordan Howard's on bye.
I don't know.
So you don't have him in your lineup. You get to actually play TJ Yeldon. I think Fournette's already out this week.
Look, I don't know. But I do know this. I interviewed myself, and I said we have to avoid the big letdown. All right?
Well, I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm going to keep in mind that your team's currently got an invalid roster with these guys you didn't demote.
Oh.
Or you didn't drop, but
Cheater.
you demoted.
I didn't cheat. I was bouncing around on a trade. I hit the wrong button. I'll fix it.
Please do. I'm tired of getting asked about it.
The commish could just fix it himself if he wasn't all uppity about it. Speaking of that, I interviewed the head.
Snitches get snitches.
I interviewed the
snitches get stitches. By the way, I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Also, I interviewed the head coach of the Pandas, and he said we have to step up our offensive production. Yeah, we got to
do.
step up to play me because I'm scary now.
My team is 19 points behind the Niners in top points right now in the league. I have got to step up the offensive production.
Both you and the 69ers are on record pace, on a record scoring pace in BDL. Could see records fall, just like the NFL. It's just points are crazy, fantasy points all over the place. You guys might be setting the record.
All right. Are there any other notable matchups this week in the BDL?
Nah.
Well, we do have the brother matchup.
We do got a brother matchup.
We got the Chili Slingers versus Wet Stuff on your Red Stuff.
Oh, snap.
That's right. Timmy versus Kyle.
It's projected to be super close.
Right now, it's projected to be with close shave.
Older versus younger. Prettier versus uglier.
Ooh, the Chili Slingers are 3-4 all time against Wet Stuff on your Red Stuff.
Ooh.
More able to put a fire out versus makes a really good three-way.
Another matchup I'm intrigued by. EBDBB&B versus Unseen Academicals. Unseen Academicals is currently 12.5-point favorite in that one. That's because EBDBB&B has a quarterback on bye and a wide receiver on bye. And I don't even want to get started on Mitchell Trubisky. In this 50-whatever point game last week, this is BS. Absolute BS. Dude actually has a good game, and he starts him because Cam Newton is on a bye, and I just get run over.
That's right.
Freaking Trubisky freight train.
Well, let's hop into that discussion here. Let's go to our other segment, the MVP Starters of the Week.
MVP Starters of the Week.
And at quarterback for the BDL, you do have Mitchell Trubisky putting up 54.46 points. That is the 5th best player performance all time in BDL history.
What's number one?
Mitchell Trubisky.
You don't have to look it up if you don't know.
I have it here. Give me a second.
Wow.
So number one.
This is not my year.
Number one, we're going to say doesn't count. It was by Nick Foles in 2013 with a score of 59.64, but he was a free agent, not claimed, not started.
Wow.
But number two, in 2013, you had Jamal Charles with 59.5, started by league champ that year, Victoria's Secret. Number three, Peyton Manning with 57.28 in 2013, started by Wayne Enterprises.
That was the first ever week of the BDL as well.
Ben Roethlisberger putting up 56.78 points,
Roethlisberger.
started by
I thought his last name was Rapistberger.
Victoria's Secret. And then Mitchell Trubisky in 2018, started by EBDBB&B at 54.46 points.
Unbelievable.
I think those names he's up there with: Manning, Roethlisberger,
Rapistberger.
Foles.
Yeah. I mean, Foles, he's a Super Bowl MVP right
Super
there.
Bowl MVP all over the place up there. You got Drew Brees in 6th.
Yeah.
I think Mitchell Trubisky has a Super Bowl MVP in his future.
Not this year, but in his future.
Even if he's playing for the Bears still?
Especially if he's playing for the Bears. They got Khalil Mack, man. That defense.
That's true. All right.
Legit.
What's
Khalil
our next
Mack.
MVP Starter of the Week?
So for the ADL, they did not start. No one started Mitchell Trubisky in the ADL.
Why
Roster
would
management, people.
Why would they?
I know. But someone did start Kirk Cousins, putting up 34.68 points for the QB MVP of the ADL. Then for like the second, third, fourth, maybe fifth week in a row, you have Alvin Kamara at running back with 41.1 points in both leagues.
Of course.
Then Cooper Kupp in both leagues with 37.2 points. In the BDL at tight end, you had George Kittle putting up 24 points, started by the Chili Slingers. And then you had Jared Cook with 31 points in the ADL. For kicker, Justin Tucker in the BDL, Will Lutz in the ADL, the Packers defense in the BDL, and the Jaguars defense in the ADL.
Packers defense against Josh Allen.
That's right. 33 points this week by the Packers defense.
Oh, man.
Easy money.
Well, we got anything else this week?
Well, I did want to throw out there, we had a good opportunity this weekend amongst our production team here. Mike and I were able to travel to Atlanta, do some real scatting.
Scatting. We did not
Some-
scat on anything. No beep bop, beep boop bop at all. For the record, I want it on the record. I have never scatted in Atlanta.
Atlanta is a wrap town.
I know they
So
don't
you
care
do
about
that,
scat.
It's bad news.
They get you scat down there. They're gonna throw scat at you and tell you to ski daddle.
I think they would say it a lot worse than that.
Oh,
too.
they'll
Like,
they'll
it'd
use
be-
words.
It'd be some Luda.
Whew, all right. Anyways,
Move.
while we're down there,
Yeah.
Out the way.
you know, you saw some roster moves being made. Mike pulled up Calvin Ridley from his taxi squad. You know, you got to see him in person. I put Tyler Boyd into the starting lineup. I could tell he was going to eat this week, and he did. And, you know, it was a fun, great atmosphere. If you ever get a chance to go to Atlanta for a game, do it. That stadium is amazing. The people down there are awesome. And honestly, it felt almost like a home game for the Bengals fans
There
because
were
there's
so
so many Bengals fans.
That is awesome.
I feel comfortable saying it was probably about 70-30. There was probably about 30% of that stadium was Bengals fans.
Yeah, it was a lot. Also, free refills on all of your beverages.
That's incredible.
And those beverages, my good ma'ams and sirs, is Coca-Cola. Because it's Atlanta.
not your alcoholic beverages.
There's
On
just
your
Coke machines everywhere.
Yes, you walk out
That
from
is
your seats,
amazing.
and there's Coke machines, like 6 of them, every section, bunches of them.
I'll tell you what, if I'm going
Just
to
take
pay
a cup and get refills.
if I'm going to pay for a stadium as a taxpayer in Hamilton County, I want a stadium like that.
I know.
Not Paul Brown.
$2 hot dogs, and they weren't the little cheap like ones like you got like at Great America when they did dollar hot dogs.
Nice,
They were
all beef
thick,
Frank.
thick, girthy, all beef
With a
hot
good
dog.
snap to them when you
and,
fit in there.
and good buns, people. Good buns. Super pretzels, $2 a piece. You could get a chicken finger and fries basket for like $6. I mean, I ate like a king, and I walked out and spent $20 in concessions.
That is awesome.
Very awesome experience. The staff down there, I mean, anyone you walked into that saw you had a Bengals jersey on was very friendly. Asked if they could help you because you were unfamiliar with it. It was really awesome. Yeah, I can't speak highly enough of it.
So, yeah, like I said, Mike and I got to experience that, and while we were doing that, the Stat Man took a trip to Happy Valley.
That's right.
Fill us in, Stat Man.
That's right. It was a great trip to Happy Valley. I will say the ratio of home team fans to away team fans, very, very, very different than your guys. I would say it was 98% to 2%, and I'm not even exaggerating. You could literally count them.
And Penn State was doing a whiteout, correct?
Penn State was doing a whiteout.
And you wore your red jersey. Scarlet
Had
jersey.
to wear the scarlet jerseys, and it's like every Ohio State fan there knew that if you're going to this game, you got to wear the scarlet. You want to signify that there's going to be blood on the field for Penn State during the game. And I don't know if there literally was or not, but you know, it was Happy Valley.
Emotional blood for sure.
Yeah, emotional. That stadium went from up here, things are great. What just happened? We just lost the game. And Ohio State fans had the opposite. It was how did we just won? We just won. There seriously was not even any real celebrating. It was just like, we need to get back to the car before somebody punches us in the face. But I will say, Happy Valley, great fans. I was a little nervous. Ohio State's band actually doesn't go there anymore because they had such hostile treatment about 10, 12 years ago. Their fans couldn't have been any nicer. They were thanking us for coming to the game after the game. Like, think about that. They just had one of the most devastating losses in their history, and we're at a gas station. They were like, hope you had a good time. Thanks for coming out.
I think their fans are just thankful they still have a football team.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Don't need to go there, but very true.
Anyways, exciting times. You got to see some of our Debbie players out there in real life doing their thing.
Absolutely. J.K. Dobbins,
Oh, yeah.
2 touchdowns, is a machine.
And yeah, good stuff. College football, it's exciting this year. Here in the Cincinnati area, we have the undefeated Bearcats 5-0. You have the undefeated Buckeyes up in Columbus. Do they have a cheer of some
This is their. It just.
I guess.
This is the
OH.
Oh,
The nut
I
falling.
know.
Okay.
The nut falling from the tree.
And then we'll throw it in just because it's like a once in a lifetime thing. It's like a once in a generation thing, right? UK has a winning football team. 5-0.
Unbelievable.
5-0.
Beating 2 ranked teams.
Yeah, it's It's a once-in-a-generation kind of thing. Let's embrace it.
Beat Florida for the first time in 29, 30 years.
It's like 34 years.
30-something years.
Yeah.
A lot of years. Benny Snell for Heisman. All I'm going to say. And they actually have a good Josh Allen.
Yeah. Oh, also, I got to check out the new Lexington skyline.
Oh, yeah.
How was that visit?
That was
Delicious.
Great.
It was good.
I was confused at first because it said something about Josh Allen on the sign. And at first I was like, why do they care about the Buffalo Bills and Lexington? And I was like, oh, UK. They have a football team, their thing this year. Right, okay.
He's like one of the best defensive players in the country.
Yeah.
Exciting times around here.
Well, I think that'll do it for us this week.
And Xavier's football team hasn't lost this year as well.
That's right. They're undefeated since 1969.
1973.
1973.
73.
Close.
Get it? I don't either. All right. Set your lineups, ladies and gentlemen, and have some fun out there.
Make your pool picks. Make your pool picks.
That's right. Make your picks. Set your best lineup.
Goodbye.